friends. Welcome back to 365 Days of Love and Miracles with the Course in Miracles. My name is Arlene Geres, and I am so glad that you are here. Please remember to listen right until the very end, because we have a special treat for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, please click like and subscribe down below, because this helps others to find us on YouTube. Today's lesson is lesson number 306. The gift of Christ is all I seek today. What a beautiful lesson. Could we have anything better than the gift of Christ? Let's read the lesson. What but Christ's vision would I use today, when it can offer me a day in which I see a world so like to heaven that an ancient memory returns to me? Today, I can forget the world I made. Today, I can go past all fear and be restored to love and holiness and peace. Today, I am redeemed and born anew into a world of mercy and of care, of loving kindness and the peace of God. When I meditate, I quite often get this feeling of an ancient memory of heaven. This is the truth of where we are. This is where we belong. And we can go there any time that we choose to just stop and only seek for the gift of Christ. We all have this ancient memory. If we just stop and allow it to come to us, maybe it won't happen today. Maybe it won't happen tomorrow. Maybe it won't happen next week. But if we continue on with these practices, it will come to us. We are all going to one day see a world so like to heaven that an ancient memory returns to us. This is where we are. This is truly heaven. Remember, it's all in our minds. It's all what we project out onto the world. We're either seeing heaven or we're seeing hell. The choice is up to us. Today, I can forget the world I made. I can forget the world of the ego. I once lived in hell in my mind. I don't ever want to experience that again. It was so painful that I wanted to kill myself. It took a couple of years for that feeling to shift. But today, I truly live in heaven almost all the time. We can go past all fear and be restored to love and holiness and peace. So think of fear as being clouds. If you've ever flown, you know that once you get up above those clouds, it's a pure blue sky, and it's just gorgeous. This is especially wonderful when we leave a place that is gloomy and rainy and stormy, and then we get up above those clouds and we see the sun is shining. The sun is always shining, but it is our job to go past those clouds of fear and reach that place where it's blue sky and sunshine and just glorious. A world of love and holiness and peace. It never went away. It's always been there. If we can choose to rise above the clouds, stop paying attention to the problems of this world, and embrace the love and joy and peace and happiness that God holds out to every single one of us. If you would like to just close your eyes for a minute and let the last sentence of this paragraph sink into your spirit. Today, I am redeemed and born anew into a world of mercy and of care, of loving kindness and the peace of God. Let me read it one more time and let this go even deeper into your being. Today, I am redeemed. You are redeemed. We are all redeemed and born anew into a world of mercy and of care, of loving kindness and the peace of God. This is what God holds out for every single one of us. It's always there, and this is how we access it. And now, I'll read the closing prayer. And so, our Father, we return to you, remembering we never went away, remembering your holy gifts to us. In gratitude and in thankfulness we come, with empty hands and open hearts and minds, asking but what you give. We cannot make an offering sufficient for your Son, but in your love, the gift of Christ is his. Let's talk about it. God has always been there. It says here, we never went away. We just thought we did. And so we return to the loving thoughts that come from our Father. We accept His holy gifts of love and peace and joy and happiness. When we come with gratitude and open hearts and minds, we are ready to receive these precious gifts, the gifts of Christ. And there is nothing that we can give that will ever repay God for this incredible life that we get to experience. Let's take a quick look at what is the second coming. Christ's second coming, which is sure as God, is merely the correction of mistakes and the return of sanity. That's what we're doing here. We're trying to correct our old way of thinking and have sanity return to our mind. It is part of the condition that restores the never lost. As today's lesson reminds us, we were never lost. We just thought we were. We have this invitation to have God's way of seeing to take the place of illusions, moving from seeing through the eyes of the world to seeing through the eyes of God, and to let forgiveness rest on all things without exception. Is there anything that you need to forgive today? I encourage you to let it go. Give it to God. Choose to see this person, place, thing, or situation through the eyes of love, and you will have the peace of God. You will have the gift of Christ. One more thing that I would like to say about today's lesson. The Christian terminology can be a bit of a roadblock for some people. Some of us grew up in a church that was very strict and had all of these rules and laws, and if we didn't follow them, we were told that we were going to go to hell. We can let all of that go. This is a channeled book straight from the mouth of Jesus. We can choose to believe it or not. It's really up to us. But there is nothing in this book that would tell us that we are bad or sinful. It only tells us that we are God's beloved children, and we are literally an idea in the mind of God. And in today's lesson particularly, we are told that we can have the gifts of Christ. Let go of all of those old ideas that go with religion. This is not a religion. This is a practice. Let's talk about our practice for today. Our morning practice and our evening practice. We want to reflect on this lesson, either listen to it or read it, and then just sit with this idea. The gift of Christ is all I seek today. If we get into any kind of problem, which we as humans like to do, the Course calls it temptation. Any time that we have a temptation to think badly about ourselves or about others or a situation, we come back to the practice. The gift of Christ is all I seek today. We cannot access these gifts if we are sitting in any kind of guilt or shame or holding a resentment towards anyone, and most especially ourselves. So let's let all of that go and just come back to seeking the gifts of God, the gifts of Christ, and embrace these with open hearts and minds and spirits. The gift of Christ is all I seek today.
Thanks so much for listening right until the end, my friends. If you enjoyed today's video, please share the love. Tell others about these videos. Encourage them to start at lesson 1 and only do 1 lesson a day. Are you ready for our special treat?
Would you like to see what I was looking at as I was doing today's video? Here we have the beautiful ocean that I get to look at as I'm speaking. And then we come to the wall of what we call the monkey house. Just a really cool building. Here, I'll show you a little bit more of it in a minute. This particular andador, as it's called, is especially pretty because it's very well taken care of by the people that border it, particularly the people in the high-rise that's just behind me. It's swept and cleaned every day. It's beautifully painted and well maintained. There's the monkey house. Give you a little close up. Pretty interesting place. People that stay there seem to like it. It's right on the beach. And then you can see the rest of the andador. And there's that high-rise. Lovely structure. Those people all have a great view. And their swimming pool is just behind that big wall. Here's the palm tree that I sit under while I do my video. And now we come back to the ocean. It's very quiet today. Just perfect. or filming a video. The gift of Christ is all I seek today. Have a day in which you only see with Christ's vision. My friends, I love you.